When I first heard a couple of years ago that, Arjun wanted to be an actor, I said, how? I walked out and I told Ali, I'm sorry, I can't do this film. I quit. I'd want to be the best in what I do. I am glamorous. I kind of am. Experience-wise, I'm way serious. I'm extremely proud of it. Thank you very much. A girl can be as much of an achiever as a boy can. I had read Mr. Bachchan's quote once, in which he had said that it doesn't matter how many scenes you have, but it matters that one scene that you do is remembered forever.
Hi Priyanka, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're working with Ranveer and Arjun together. While you know Arjun for a while, Ranveer you're fairly new to. So how was the tuning like? Did it take you a while to get used to him?
No. We actually broke the ice the first day.
Okay.
And this is a very interesting story, which I've been telling everyone during this promotion. So Arjun and I have been friends because we did sealable-e-ishq together. And after we finished that, he was an AD and I was acting in it. But Ranveer, I had only met on Ricky Bell as Pariniti's co-actor.
Right.
So hello, hi, whatever. So first day of shooting, Ali decided that he's going to give us one of the most difficult scenes in the film, which was to just throw us in the deep end.
Okay.
So he said, all right, this pre-climax scene, you're fighting and whatever. So I walk into set, saadi wadi pehni, my look is very proper girl looking.
Yeah.
So I walk onto set and I see this guy with headphones in his ears going like this. So I was like, what?
What's happening?
And he goes, I told Ali, I said, what is happening? He said, he's a new actor now, so he needs to sort of get into the mood and all. So I was like, okay, every actor has their own method. So as the day progressed, he used to come past me and he would smell me. And it's night shooting, huh? So he'd pass me and go,
He's getting used to your aura, is it?
I don't know. So I'm telling Ali, what is he doing? He's distracting me. So Ali's like, please, handle it.
Bear with him.
So I was like, okay, I'll handle it. Then there's this shot where he's supposed to hold my hand, pull me towards me and ask me a question. So we did a couple of takes on that and he was doing such realistic acting that, and I'm dusky. I don't bruise. Gore logon ka hota hai na? I had purple bruises on my arms. And I've done a lot of scenes where boys have to hold you and all, You have to fake it.
Yeah.
And he had to hold me like this. And he was holding me, pushing me, slapping me. And I was like, I told Ali, I said, last shot. And he was like, please, last shot. Whatever, we finished it. I walked out and I told Ali, I'm sorry, I can't do this film. I quit.
Really?
And I left set.
Wow.
Next day, I got a message from Ranveer that night saying, listen, I think I manhandled you a little bit. Sorry. So I was like, is that how somebody apologizes? I didn't reply back. The next morning, apparently, this is how Ranveer's version of the story is, that he was chilling on the pool side, late call time and all, night shooting chal rahi thi. And Ali calls him up and tells him, what did you do? She's quitting the film. Call her and apologize. And I didn't pick up his calls because I was really upset. So then the next day of shooting, Ranveer comes with white rose and one sharbat.
So sweet.
Sweet. After me giving me purple arms, he comes with sharbat. Sharbat. Itna cheap apology. He comes with a sharbat and one white rose saying, I'm really sorry. I didn't know. I looked at the sharbat and I said, go back and put it on a tray and come.
He did that? Okay, no, that is sweet.
Then
Come on.
Then I forgave it. Then
Let
I
it
said,
be.
okay. Then after that never happened again, and then we broke the ice and we were fine. We became friends afterwards.
But he's known to have this very infectious energy. Like catch on. I mean,
infectious energy to pata nahi. I'm very energetic.
Yeah,
He's over energetic. He's a little extra hyper. उसको ना जब coffee पी रहा होता है तो ले लेना पड़ता है. Like Arjun always takes his coffee away, saying कि इसको sleeping tablet दो थोड़ा.
My God, to calm down, serenity now.
Constantly like that.
And Arjun, for that matter, he was apparently assistant director on sealable-e-ishq, and he used to tell you, Priyanka ma'am, shoot ke liye aa jaiye.
Shot ready, madam.
Yes, exactly. So how was the transition?
Actually, we were the only two in sealable-e-ishq which are probably similar age groups.
Okay.
So we became really good friends on sealable-e-ishq because we could chat, we could talk. So when he used to come, director would be calling me, and if I was still getting ready, he would say, don't worry, I'll handle it. So we had become like friends, and also we had a lot of common friends. That time, he used to come outside, and he was very heavy. Arjun was 140 kgs that time.
A lot of him.
He could not walk. Walking was a problem.
Okay.
So his job was to sit on the editing table and edit. So, but he used to call me, he used to come because we were friends, we used to chat and all. So he used to come, knock on and say, madam, shot ready. And now he comes, I said, madam, mere saath shot ready.
No, but you saw the transition in him right now. He's a hunk. So, what was the reaction when you saw Arjun the way we see him today?
You
Like
know,
the
for
good-looking
me, when I
guy.
watched the film,
Yeah.
when I first heard a couple of years ago that, Arjun wanted to be an actor, I was like, what?
Not possible.
No, I said, how?
How?
मतलब कैसे हो सकता है? Visual सोचो ना. Editing table पे a really big Arjun with like, sandwiches and cola and
A
chips
lot
ke
of food.
packets. They were lying around, and that's why we used to come and see in this one small room. And he wouldn't really get up because he couldn't. He was lazy. Also, he was really overweight. So when I heard, I was like, how is that possible? And then I heard that he was doing my sister's film. And I was like, what? How is that even possible? I have to see this guy. I said it's not, because we were in touch, but we hadn't met for a few years, for a while. Then I met him and I saw Arjun had shrunk, and I was in shock. But when I was most in shock was when I saw Gunday. I saw the film, and there both the boys have this bare body fight, and I'm training for Maricom, so I understand how hard it is to get into shape like that. From a boy who was 140 kgs, who was obese, to having an 8-pack is
Quite a feat.
Is very commendable. Very, very commendable.
You know, Priyanka, there are not too many films that we've seen in Bollywood based on bromance. You've been a part of those.
I've been a part of a lot of
exactly,
them.
yeah.
Mujhse Shaadi Karogi, Dostana.
Exactly.
And now
Yeah.
Gunday.
So when you're working with a bunch of like two boys, how different is it?
It's very hard. The boys sort of have to become friends.
Right, yeah.
Otherwise, you can tell on screen, And these two became really, really good friends, and I think that really helped Ali.
It shows, yeah.
Yeah, it really helped Ali with the film and everyone else, because their friendship was actually really real. They love hanging out with each other, and and all of us would hang out so much together. So there was never any rivalry ki uski line ye hai aur uski. Also, the script is, for them, it's an equally divided part.
Right.
Both of them have exactly the same role.
Right.
Like they have exactly the same amount of role. So, so that's, I think, made it really easier for them to be friends too.
But tell me, as an actor, I need to ask you this question. When you're doing a two-hero film or a two-heroine film, you have to be super confident to do such a film, even if you know the equal parts.
I don't think I'm not someone who believes that you need to be there from first frame to last frame to make an impact.
Yeah.
Like even Barfi, for that matter, which people say is one of my, better
The best
parts.
performances, yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, I was one of the girls.
Yeah,
You know, so I don't believe that. I don't believe in that. I believe in quality over quantity.
And also because you know what kind of an actress you are. I guess again, because you're very confident.
No, but I wasn't. At one point, when I did Kamine, which was like 6 years ago or something, and I wasn't. I did Aitraz that time, which was, with, Kareena Kapoor was a huge star
back
that
then.
time.
Yeah, correct.
Actually, I had read Mr. Bachchan's quote once when I had just started films. I was reading one film magazine, and in which he had said that it doesn't matter how many scenes you have, but it matters that one scene that you do is remembered forever.
Wow.
So that really stayed with me, I think.
Priyanka, being such a big star and such a saleable star at that, does it often restrict what kind of work you can choose creatively? Like you did
The wrongest question to ask me.
No, because you did a Saath Khoon Maaf, you did a film like that too, and you did a Barfi, which is not typically what you'll think is saleable, which again worked really well for you.
Yeah, but that's...
Because producers would come to you with a very big project, like...
I do that also, which also I believe in.
Right.
I don't understand why people have to, there are so many different kinds of films that get made, where I'm doing big blockbuster films like Agnipath, Krish, Dawn. I'm also doing the Barfis and the Saath Khoon Maafs and Gunday, for that matter, which is also one of those big masala blockbuster films. So it's important to mix it up a little bit and do the stuff that you find interesting. I love watching, my favorite genre of film is to watch those big blockbuster masala films. That's what I like to watch.
Yeah.
I'm not someone
As
who
an
believes
audience,
in,
you mean.
as an
Yeah,
audience.
totally.
That is what I'll spend money to go to a theatre. I don't go for like, really serious cinema.
Over-intellectualized movies.
Yeah, I know.
That's what
So
you're
my
saying.
choices are also, I love, like, I've done so many of these, really big blockbuster films in the last 1-2
Absolutely.
years also, if you see. But at the same time, I also like doing like a Maricom and like a, a Barfi, which Barfi worked, and it feels really great when everyone I remember had told me when I was doing Barfi that, I'll lose my glamorous image and why am I doing a part like that when there's another girl who's, going to look pretty, and I feel that is such small thinking, honestly.
Exactly, yeah.
I am glamorous.
Yeah.
So when for Anurag, it was even... For him, it was weird to conceive me as Jilmil.
To tone you down to your... right?
For us, it was hard to do that. I mean, I'm not insecure about the fact that I'm
Losing your
glamorous.
glam quotient, absolutely.
I kind of am.
You know, I have to ask you about this. At the recently at the NFL, you were called the Arab terrorist and stuff like that. And how do you react to such statements? Hannah, have you faced any such comments in the past when you've traveled abroad or around the world?
I guess I am the only brown face in a very quintessential American
Right, yeah.
sport. My song was picked to be the theme of NFL, and American football is as American as it gets.
Absolutely.
So it was unfortunate, but it happened. It's happened to me before as well. And now I've been in the limelight since I was 17 years old. I don't even remember, what it was like
Otherwise,
to
yeah.
not have people want to know about you, or have a comment on you, or be judgmental of you. So I'm used to people being judgmental.
Yeah.
It's painful. It hurts because I feel the face of the girl next door globally has changed. She doesn't look a certain way anymore, especially America and American pop culture. I think the quintessential American girl can be anyone. She doesn't have to be blue-eyed,
Right,
blonde-haired anymore.
Yeah.
I was offended by two things. One, why is every Arab person a terrorist?
Exactly.
First of all, to that.
Yeah.
Why? Why are they generalized? I was offended on their behalf.
Yeah.
Second, I was offended that why should, just because I'm brown, I should not enjoy American football
Right.
or like it,
Yeah.
which is a sport, which is about sportsmanship.
In Mary Kom, you play this girl who can never limit herself, who's an achiever. Is that a lot like you in real life? The real
I feel
Priyanka?
so.
Yeah.
I feel like, which was one of the big reasons why I wanted to do this
Yeah.
film. Everybody thinks this is a biopic on Mary Kom. It is. I mean, we're telling the story from her eyes. It's a film inspired from the life of Mary Kom. I wouldn't say it's a biopic, really.
Okay.
But yet, it's, for me, why this story is so special is women are put in a box. We're always told that this is your limitation. This is how much you should do.
Exactly.
This is when you should get married. This is what work you should do. This is लड़कियां ऐसे करती हैं, लड़कियां ऐसे करती हैं, लड़कियां ऐसे करती हैं. I understand. दायरे में रहना चाहिए. It's we come from India, which has a very strong culture. I get that. But which should not limit us from being achievers. Women can be as much, girls can be as much of, a girl can be as much of an achiever as a boy can.
And this has been the most challenging role you've ever done.
Yes. I have newfound respect for my co-actors who are all boys and go to the gym every day. How?
Do they do it?
How do they do it every day? I have to just do it before my schedules and I die. Wow. It takes, I have to do boxing training, वो तो अलग. उसके ऊपर से, building
Basic
the body
fitness,
as well.
yeah.
Not just fitness. You have to
Muscles.
have muscles. And women don't have muscles.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's difficult in our body
Right,
to be able to develop that with all our estrogen. So it's so hard. Physically so difficult. And of course, learning a new sport entirely. And I'm a complete non-sporty person. I'm not at all sporty. So for me to learn a sport is rewiring my brain completely. That took a lot of focus and dedication. It still continues.
Back to Gunday, Priyanka, how was it working with two of the hottest looking boys in the industry?
I
How
think there are a lot more
irresistible was
anymore.
that?
Don't make me give them compliments.
You will
please.
not do that.
I will not spoil them. I will not give them compliments.
nothing nice to say about them.
Their job is to give me compliments. That's how the diamond.
So were they very flattering when you were working? Did you get a lot of attention as the lovely lady on the set?
I always get attention. But yes, I did hear also.
But you a lot more. The two good-looking boys with you.
No, I think it's the vibe of the film also.
Yeah.
So chedam chhadi to chalti rehti hai. But what I will say about both of them are, that when I did my third or fourth film, I didn't know anything. Like nothing compared to how much these two know. They are so confident. They are so focused. They know exactly कि यार बाल ऐसे होना चाहिए, costume ऐसा पहनना चाहिए, line ऐसे बोलनी चाहिए. This is how we should walk, this is how you give a shot. I had no idea of any of this. So, I look at the generation today of upcoming actors, and the thing is, I was way younger than them. We are all the same age right now.
Right.
So,
But you started out much earlier, so as far as years of experience, you probably kind of,
of course, experience-wise, I'm way senior. But
I love the attitude.
For sure. And extremely proud of it. Thank you very much. But no, I'm saying that I was like 18, 19 when I was doing it. So I understand me being confused, but they are so focused and they're so good in the film. And it has a lot of the credit goes to Ali because, he was so clear about their focus. But these two boys have been so focused, put in such conditions. And yet, you know, all of us, you know, we become such thick friends
Yeah.
through the film. And to be able to, you know, work under such conditions and yet come out with a film that we are really, really proud of, you know, gives, you have to give a lot of credit to
Absolutely.
people with, I mean, that little experience.
Absolutely. You know, in industry, when we keep talking about how, you know, especially actresses, we can't be friends, there's competition, there are powwows. You know, you seem to be very cool about it all the time. You know, even like recently people, you know, you keep talking about how friendly you are with the pickup Adukon. How do you manage all of that? Somewhere, do you, the sense of competition, is it always there?
I think if I was not doing good work,
Yeah.
or if I was not getting good work, maybe. I mean, logically, if you
Right,
think about
yeah,
it,
yeah.
if I was like sitting at home, then I'd be like, वो कौन सी film कर रही है? मुझे क्यों नहीं मिली? Maybe. But because I think I'm a little content in the space that I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate to do really great films. I get parts which are written for me. I'm happy in the work that I'm doing. I don't do things in the normal scheme of things.
Right.
I'm doing music and, you know, I did TV, I've done, you know, different kinds of films. I do very different things. I want to make my own path. So hence, I don't, I'm very competitive by nature in terms of like, I'd want to be the best in what I do,
Right.
but in what I do.
So you never seen a film and said, I wish I'd done this film.
I love appreciating good work because I love hearing it when people tell me. I mean, to do unto others what
Correct,
you want done
absolutely,
unto
yeah.
yourself,
Yeah,
right? That's
yeah.
my philosophy in life. So when I see amazing work that a co-actor or a colleague has done, female or male, I call up and I completely say it. I find, you know, the better other people do work, the better you have to
You get
be.
more competitive and do better
Yeah.
work. Absolutely.
I become better with pressure.
Totally. It's the Gunday releases on Valentine's Day.
Yay.
So I have to ask you this. So are you romantic at heart?
Extremely. I'm a mush pot. It's going to be the death of me, this romantic nature.
But like, do you like watch movies and get very like teary-eyed and you easily cry watching a
I
romantic
feel
film?
a film. If you watch, even if it's my film.
Yeah.
And you should ask the boys because we watched Gunday together. I was crying in my film also. I get very emotionally like invested in a movie. And if it's a sad movie, then to the entire theatre will know that, you know, Priyanka Chopra is watching the film because I cry a lot.
So
I'm
much
very
of drama.
dramatic. Yeah. I get very, very affected. And when it comes to romance, I think, you know, that's what we live for. Love. Every human being, what is eventually our quest? To be loved.
Absolutely.
And I think it's beautiful to find the positive in that.
What's your idea of a perfect romantic date?
Something original. And something that the guy has done all by himself.
Okay.
It's very easy.
And something like creative and thought through.
I don't like chocolates and card and
Candlelights.
I love candles.
Candles.
वो माफ
But
कर
not
दूंगी.
for the date. Okay.
Yeah, but chocolates, life, heart-shaped flower bouquet, and one card which has been written by Hallmark or Archie's. Please, don't even come to me. Don't even try it. It has to be handwritten.
Oh, it's so
it has to be, you know, if you're taking me out for a meal, it has to be something you've cooked. If not cooked, at least, you know, set up together.
Yeah.
The effort is what matters to me more than...
So it's not easy to woo you.
it's very
it
hard
takes
to woo me. Very, very hard. I have very high standards.
So considering it's releasing on Valentine's Day, who are you watching the film with?
Unfortunately, these two.
The two boys? Oh,
Yes. The three of us are going to be watching the film together with Ali.
So that's going to be a date for me day.
We are each other's dates.
Yeah. Wish you all the best, Priyanka. I hope this one rocks and thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you.